If you're not subscribed, I hope you'll take this time to subscribe, and please give the video a thumbs up. Now, gas has gone down a whole 25 cents since last week, but I can tell you that's not going to help people. It really is not going to save their situation. Things have gone so high between the gas and the food and the electric that people cannot make ends meet. They're having serious issues. Now, like in my section, in my area where I live, people are not going to go to the grocery store and say, we're having major food shortages, because they look at it and say, hey, we got plenty of food. Even though it may be just one layer, and even though they see spots there, which never were there before, they still think they have plenty of food even if they can't afford to buy it. And that's right. Even though they can't afford to buy it, they still think they got plenty of food. But that's why so many people are deceived in what's coming. They're not really thinking when they see all of this. They think, we're doing great, no big deal. But it is a big deal when you can't afford it. And it's going to get even worse. Things are going to get harder. I'm going to try to do this. Hopefully I can. I have a small space here. This is, as you know, I always cook my chicken in half. I think we overeat far too much. Now, what you see me doing right here on the side of this is not a barbecue sauce, although you definitely could use barbecue sauce on this chicken and cook it. This is going to be like a chili Colorado that I made. And I am going to put this in the slow cooker. Just like so. And this is the breast. And you know, I didn't really get to show you here, but maybe I can right here. I don't know if you can tell, but this is breast, yet it's very dark. Homegrown chicken is much darker than what you get at the store. Just is. Okay, now I'm going to get this piece in here too. I'm going to cook this chicken slow all day in the slow cooker. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cook it in this sauce. I'll add a couple of bay leaves to things because I've already added garlic to this sauce. I made enchiladas with it. And I knew I was going to do this today with this chicken. And I'm going to pull this chicken off the bone mostly and just eat it. You could do tacos out of it. You could even make enchiladas out of it if you want to. Okay, I put a few broken pieces of bay leaf. I'm going to toss some salt over the top of this. I put some salt in the chili already. Like I said, I used it yesterday. But this is the chicken. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pour some of this down in here around the edge a little bit. That's it. And then I'm going to let this cook slow. I should say low and slow all day. Now like I said, you could do barbecue sauce on this and make pulled chicken sandwiches. It's very, very good also. But I wanted to do this away because leftovers in this are awesome. I mean, awesome. Make great tacos, all kinds of stuff. So, hope you enjoyed this. Now, this is our meat. Our meat that I cooked in the slow cooker. Doesn't look anything like chicken now, does it? It's just wonderfully delicious. And I'm going to make several meals from this. And one of the meals I'm going to make right now is tacos. And I've done tacos hundreds of times, so you know how it's done. I will show you a recipe that I'm going to make with this that you've probably never done. But for now, I'm going to make tacos with this. I just want you to see how it is when I took it all out, off the bone, and chopped it with my axe here, or whatever you call it, meat cleaver. My son bought that for me. He says I definitely need one. All right. Well, I hope you like this recipe and enjoy it. You know, when people see this, they'll say there are no food shortages. Yeah, there is. Like I said, most of this is a single layer. There's a lot of holes in this, and a lot of it is not going to sell. If you can't afford it, you can't buy the meat. See, I don't buy any meat. I can't afford this. And if you can't afford it and you don't buy it, then there's definitely a shortage to you. People's paychecks have not went up, but gas prices have, food prices have, electric's gone up, house prices have gone up, lumber, every single thing out there that you purchase has gone up, but not your paycheck. And so there's not enough money to stretch to all these things. And families that have 3 and 4 kids, it's really rough on those kids. I mean, it's bad. They're looking at how they're going to feed them. You know, chips and Doritos and cookies and ice cream and candies. That's going to go out the door. It is not going to be too far in the future till it's all gone. You are not going to be able to afford it. People will be looking at their children and saying, here's a box of oatmeal. This is what you're going to have to eat every day for breakfast for the week, because we can't afford anything else. And that's why I ask you to please subscribe. I try to come up with giving you all kinds of ideas of the most inexpensive way to cook and foods, and I'm going to give you a lot more. I go in and check myself, not because I'm going to buy anything here. I want to see what's going on. I want to know too. I want to look and use my wisdom to say, we're in trouble here, and we are. Even if some of these things are super empty. Some. And if you need it, you ain't getting it.